Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 of cooking in November. We are having a blast doing this, and the little perk we get to have is we get to have dinner together afterwards. So I don't know what the weather is going to be like when this actually airs, but it's a little overcast here. It is a perfect night for soup and salad.
I agree, Brooke. I'm so excited about eating this later. We're going to show you some of our favorite ways to make soup and salad. My recipe is going to be a chicken tortilla soup. I love this soup so much. I make it all throughout the winter, and then I sometimes make it in the summer too, just because I miss it. But this recipe is pretty simple. It has a little bit of prep work, but after you have everything prepped, you basically just throw it all together in the pot and cook it and let it sit until you're ready to eat it. I'm pretty sure you could probably throw this in a crock pot as well if you wanted to, just to keep it cooking throughout the day on low. But I usually just make it and put it to the pot and let it heat up for about 30 minutes on like medium heat, and it's ready to eat. But I guess I'll go ahead and get started.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Well, first off, whenever you're doing this soup, you're going to have your chicken. I use chicken tenderloins. That's my favorite thing to use, or favorite type of chicken. It's not too thick and it cooks quicker. But I usually get 2 to 3 pounds of chicken. It kind of depends on how much protein you're going to want in your soup. But I got 2 pounds of chicken, and I marinate it with this Mizra's Dash Southwest Chipotle. Is that how you say Chipotle?
Close enough. I don't even want to give it a try. So that was good.
Seasoning. I just sprinkle it all over the top of it, then I'll flip them over and sprinkle it all over the back or the bottom. And a quick way that you can cook your chicken, a lot of you might think this is gross, I don't know, but you can cook it in the microwave for 10 minutes and it's ready. Or I just heat my oven up to 350 and cook it for 10 minutes on each side. And once the chicken, or while the chicken is cooking, you can start chopping up your peppers. I usually get 1 yellow, red, whatever color bell pepper you like. You get 2, and go ahead and chop that up. And you can chop your 1 onion and 5 garlic cloves. So while that chicken is cooking, you can go ahead and get that stuff chopped up. That way, whenever your chicken comes out, you can chop your chicken up. For the longest time, I chopped my chicken by hand, and it took forever. But I've learned that you can use the KitchenAid stand mixer to shred your chicken. It was so fast.
I was blown away. I did not know that.
Yeah, it took like a minute to get everything shredded. So I'm going to go ahead and get the onions and peppers and garlic sauteing in this pot, and I will go ahead and hand it over to Brooke, and I'll tell you about more of it in a little bit.
It smells so good in here. I wish y'all could smell this. So I'm going to do a salad, and you're like, a salad, Brooke? Really? We know how to do that? Maybe so. I'm just going to give you a few of my favorite things with a salad, because this technique was given to me by Stephen's great aunt Jean. Every time we went over to her house, she would almost always have a salad, but the salads were never the same. I don't know if it just depended on what she had at home, what was in season, or what, but Stephen and I fell in love with how she did a salad. So this salad is based on how Aunt Jean would do it. Now, I picked, for my lettuce, I like just romaine lettuce. Stephen prefers spinach, and I figured Megan would too. So, so I did a combination of romaine and spinach. And then let me show you what else we have. Raisins. Are craisins?
Dried cranberries.
Yes, dried cranberries. Walnuts.
I don't know why I did that.
And Stephen likes sunflower seeds, so we have those. And then another, for a crunch, instead of doing broccoli, I picked a sweet green bean. These are raw, found in the vegetable section at the grocery store, but just sprinkle a little bit of them on. And the thing about keeping it separate and not mixing everything together is when everyone comes over, they can make their own salad based on what they like. I do not like raisins. But I do like craisins, so I'll put a little bit of those on.
So can you buy are they called sweet green beans? Or
I don't think they're called sweet green beans.
They're just sweeter.
Yes, but they do have the snap peas. Those are also really good on salad, and I do think they say sweet.
Okay.
Since tomatoes really aren't in season right now, it's hard to find a good tomato, and I don't like ruining my salad with the bad tomato. So another thing to put on your salad are apples. So I'm going to cut up some apples and put those on here. And then the extra, of course, I'll have extra. I've already prepared from last week some orange juice to sit them in until I can do something with them in a minute. Now, for dressing, here's where you have a lot of opinions. We have balsamic vinaigrette. Is that your choice?
I do like that.
And then I saw this at the grocery store, so I grabbed it. It's a 3-cheese vinaigrette. Never heard of it, but it looked kind of good. And then me, I'm always going to be old school ranch. And it's probably not the healthiest choice. Okay, it's not healthy. It's just mayonnaise, milk, and a packet of this, but it is my favorite. And since we're having a kind of light meal, I think you can splurge on your dressing if you want to.
Yeah.
So that's just a different way to make salad, and just find out what's seasonal, what you might have already in your cabinets, and there you go.
There you go.
How's your soup coming, Megan?
It is coming along great. I like to make sure that it's cooked down to where the onion is very tender and you cannot taste the texture.
That's right, you said you didn't like onions.
I do not like onions, but whenever they're cooked down, it does not bother me as much. So, especially in this soup, whenever you can taste the chicken more than any of the other vegetables. So, yeah, I like to get that cooked down, and I'll make a I'll make a substitution on that one. I don't mind eating onions whenever they're cooked.
Yeah, they're kind of hidden.
Yeah.
So how do you serve your soup? Like, it's just, do you put sour cream on it? How is this texture when you're done?
I like to add this cheese. It's a Fiesta blend cheese on top. I know some people like to add sour cream on top, chives, green onions, things like that.
Yeah.
But I also, I used to always just eat it with regular tortilla chips. And I decided to try it with Doritos.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It was a game changer. So I just like to dip each bite. Instead of using a spoon, I use a Dorito. And eat my soup with those. But this soup is so light that the Doritos, I mean, same as you said with the ranch. It kind of,
you can splurge a little bit.
Yeah. So it's really good. All right, so this is kind of cooked down now. I cooked that on like medium-high heat, just so it could cook a little faster. And once that is done, I'll set that over there. I go ahead and add in, this is a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. You just pour that right in. Next, I use a whole jar of salsa verde. I believe there's a brand, I think you said it's Hernandez. It's a good brand too that I use. This is different. I've never used this one before, but the grocery store was running a little low. So you just pour that whole jar in. And also the grocery store did not have a can of green chilies, and typically I just get this little 4-ounce can of green chilies and those go in there, but they were out, so we're gonna have to do without those.
I couldn't find those either. What section are they usually in?
They're usually in where they have like this tortillas and kind of like the Mexican food.
Yeah.
It's usually in that section.
Okay.
But then I'll go ahead and pour in my chicken. Next, these are the seasonings we're going to be using, is liquid smoke. I had never used liquid smoke until last year whenever Steven said something about using it in baked beans.
Yes.
But it calls for it in this recipe and it's so good. So you use 1 tablespoon of the liquid smoke.
You want me to do that?
Sure, you can do that. So 1 tablespoon of the liquid smoke. And you use 1.5 teaspoons of salt. You might have to get your notepad out during this. And then you use 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder. I should have let you do that before the liquid, I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness.
I'll have to get you another tablespoon, or we can do that later.
Okay.
So 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder. Then we are going to do 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. I don't know how to say this. So you use 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. And then you use 1 teaspoon of paprika.
Hey, Mom.
So, sorry, we're getting a little interrupted. Somebody just got home. Hold on, just a second. No. Next, we are going to just mix all of that together, and you just let that cook. So once all your seasonings are in, you just mix it all together and let that cook for, like I said, 30 minutes or so. Once you let it cook for 30 minutes, you're gonna get your chicken stock and put 2 cups of chicken stock in, as well as 1 cup of frozen corn. So after that's done, it's ready to eat. So you can just add your cheese, your toppings, whatever you want to eat with it, and it's done. And
kid approved.
And it's kid approved.
Yeah.
All right, but that's basically it from me.
I know, and I totally lost track of what I was supposed to be adding.
It's okay,
So,
we'll do it.
okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.